Welcome everybody to the Q&A, the official Q&A for the beginner investor guide. Now, you have been hearing about this beginner investor guide. You have been hearing that it's going to take you from making zero to making your first 1 million naira with the stock market. And you have been asking, okay, how does this guide work? What is this guide about? Like, I want to invest in the stock market, and they told me that this guide will help me, but what is this guide even about? We are going to be covering all of that inside the video. We are going to be talking about we're going to be answering your questions. We'll be giving you like a sneak peek, because the guide is 95% ready. By the time I'm filming this video, it's already ready. Like today, before the ending of today, the guide will be 100% ready. We'll be giving you a sneak peek into the guide. We'll be opening pre-orders for the guide. We'll be announcing the launch date for the guide. Every single thing is going to be inside this video, so it's going to be a short video, but it's going to be power packed. Now, who am I? My name is Ofoyeno Hilary, and I am a pharmacy 500 level pharmacy student. I am somebody that I am passionate about making money online, and I am also passionate about not just working for money, but ensuring your money works for you. And the only way your money is going to work for you is if you put your money in the right vehicles. Because do you actually want to work every day until you die? Do you want every single penny, like every single one kobo, every single $1 that you make? Do you want to always actively be working for it? What if there was a way for money to just work for you instead? Like, I'm not telling you that you should leave your 9 to 5 or you should stop your business, but what if I'm telling you that the money you are making from your 9 to 5 and the money you are making from your business, what if I'm telling you that money that you are making, you could put it in vehicles, that money is going to be making more money for you, and that money that was made will be making more money for you while you are still doing your other things, but your money is multiplying, your money is making so much money for you? That's exactly what the beginner investor guide is about, baby. That is what we are here about. So, no, investing can be confusing. I have been there. I know that it can seem like there's so many ways to invest, but you don't know which one to choose for yourself. 20-year-old single guy should not be investing the same way as a 65-year-old retired pensioner. They should not be investing in the same things. I know you right now, you are thinking, you want to start investing. Maybe you have extra 1,000 naira every month, extra 5,000 naira, and you are like, I want to start. This guide is going to show you every single thing you need to know. Not just teaching you about the basics of the stock market, right? This guide is going to show you, like, let's assume you heard about MTN as a company, and you want to, like, you heard that, oh, MTN is doing well as per investment. This guide is going to show you about how not to just jump into investing in MTN and losing your money, but how to do your research, how to create a plan for yourself. Like, by the time you are done with this guide, you're going to be able to create an investment plan that is tailored to yourself, your life, your income. You'll be able to know every single month, okay, every single month, if I make 50k every single month and I want to invest 5,000 naira, in that 5,000 naira, 1,000 naira will be going to this place, 1,000 naira will be going to this place, 1,000 naira will be going to this place. I will also be in the guide, you will also be getting ways where even the government can pay you. So this is not the guide that you want to sleep on at all. Now, I've posted this on my TikTok before. It is this testimonial that my student sent to me. Good evening, Hilary. I remember when you told me to be strategic with investing. I bought 200,000 naira worth of Better Glass stocks right now, and it is over 1 million naira. Just Better Glass stocks alone. Not to talk of MTN. Your guide is chef's kiss. That is what somebody that has gone through my guide, like that I gave early access to my guide at the beginning of this, he has to say about my guide. And that is just a strategy, one of the strategies. Because do you know how she made that 1 million naira? She went through the investment plan part of the guide. She created an investment plan for herself, and she invested her 200k according to her investment plan. That is exactly how she turned 200,000 naira into 1 million naira with just one stock. So when I'm telling you that I know exactly what I'm teaching you, I'm not just telling you that what has worked for me. I'm showing you the possibilities, how like your life is about to change, how you are about to build wealth. Now let's enter into the Q&A session straight away. So I have the questions already on my phone. I have the questions already on my phone. So now, what exactly is the stock market? It is one of the questions that a lot of people ask. Stock market is simply a marketplace where instead of buying, you know, your normal marketplace where you go to buy fruits like watermelon and banana, instead of going to go and buy foodstuffs, going to buy meat, going to buy egg, in the stock market, you are actually buying companies. Basically, you are actually going to be investing in companies. So, but the thing is, when they talk about the stock market, let's use this as an example. Let's use this as an example. Let's assume this thing is MTN, right? Are you seeing these little dots? Let's assume that these little dots are little parts of MTN. As a stock market investor, when you buy just this one, just this small part, you are now a part holder, and that's what they call a shareholder or a stockholder in the company of MTN. And that is literally how the stock market works. So on the stock market, all these big companies come to put their stocks out and tell you that, okay, please, would like for you to invest with us, so grow with us, and anything that happens to that company will happen to your investment. So if you put 500k inside MTN and the value of MTN rises, your 500k will rise from your 500k will also grow from 500k to, let's say, 700k or 1 million. The same thing happens with losses too. Now, the second question, and in the beginner investor guide, we'll be going more deeper into how the stock market works. In the beginner investor guide, we'll be going into what makes the value of even a stock rise and fall. So you don't even want to miss this guide at all. The next question is, how do people make money from the stock market? There are two ways to make money from the stock market: capital gains and dividends. What is capital gains? Capital gains is just basically you buy a stock for 10 naira and the value of that company goes up, that your 10 naira will now increase to, let's say, 100 naira. That is capital gains. If you bought something for 10 naira and you sold it for 100 naira, you have made 90 naira on top. That is how capital gains work. Now, the second way to make money from the stock market is through dividends. Now, what is dividends? Dividends is basically a company's way of telling you, thank you for investing with us. Thank you for holding our stocks. And what is holding of stocks? Holding of stocks means if you buy a company stocks, you don't sell it, you just hold it. So they'll tell you, thank you for holding our stocks. Thank you for investing with us. And they will share their profits with you every year depending on the company's policy. And this is different from capital gains. So imagine buying a stock for 10 naira and selling it for 100 naira. You have made 90 naira on top, right? And that company can still decide to dash you additional money. That's what dividends is. So, but it's not all companies that offer dividends. Don't worry, you'll be learning more about this in the beginner investor guide. Now, moving on. I don't have plenty money. Can I still invest? Yes, 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 yes. See, let me tell you something. If you have 5,000 naira, like if it's 5,000 naira every month consistently that you can take out to invest, you're on the right track. 1,000 naira, yes. 2,000 naira, yes. 10k, yes. 50k, yes. 100k, depending on what your hand can carry. So there's no excuse. You don't have to wait, because by the time you are maybe financially buoyant to be putting, let's say, 100k in investments every month, do you know how many years would have passed by? Meanwhile, if you start now, by the time you are even buoyant enough to put 100k, your investment would have already even grown. So by the time you are putting that 100k, you're not starting from scratch. You are just making your investment portfolio bigger, basically. The next one is, I'm scared of losing money. Would this help me avoid that? Now, let me tell you something. The stock market, in the stock market, the only way you would actually lose money is if you don't know what you are doing. Now, does the value of the stock market go up and down? Yes, it does. Sometimes you can put 500k in something and that 500k can drop to 480k, 460k. It can also rise to 600k. So it goes up and down. Whatever goes up will come down. But the only way you can lose your entire money, like you lost everything in the stock market, is if, number one, you don't know what you are doing. Number two, you do not do your research on the stock before you bought it. Number three, your portfolio is not diversified. What do we mean by diversified portfolio? As a stock market investor, one of your key things and one of the things that you'll be learning in this beginner investor guide is how to diversify your portfolio. What does it mean? When you are investing, on no account should you invest all your money inside one company. Just because you hear that company is doing well, you gotta be pumping money inside. No. What the beginner investor guide will teach you is how to make sure that your money is here, your money is here, your money is here, and everything is growing. So that even if maybe one is going down, the rest are going up. So that one will not really affect your portfolio like that. And that's literally it. So moving on, and the stock market will also show you how to do your research on these stocks. Stock market will show you how to do your research on these stocks, how to diversify your portfolio. Sorry, the beginner investor guide. Sorry if I say the stock market. Sorry guys. What if I am confused? Who will guide me? I love this question so much, because not only is this beginner investor guide going to guide you, that's the whole point, that's why I called it a guide. It's going to take you from zero. Like, if you don't know anything about the stock market at all, in fact you have never put your money in a stock, this guide will take you from a newbie investor to somebody who is making their first million with the stock market. And I am not even joking. And not just that, when you get access to the beginner investor guide, you will be getting access to my private investor community. In this community, you can ask your questions and you will be guided. Your questions will be answered. So maybe if the guide did not touch on, maybe you have a question, you have gone through the guide, but you still have some questions, your questions will be answered. Another thing, inside the community, we'll be dropping insider stocks. What do I mean by insider stocks? Stocks that will probably do well next year, so that you can invest in it early. Because one of the things that is very sweet in the stock market is when you buy a stock for very low, and before you know it, yeah, imagine buying a stock for, like, the way that person bought stocks for 200k and she sold it for 1 point something million naira. You'll be getting access to those kind of insider information inside this community. Now the next question is, how long before I start seeing profit? Now this is the wrong mindset to have. How long before I start seeing profits? It shows that you want to put your money and you want to collect your money out the next day. The stock market only favors long-term investors. If you know that you cannot leave your investments in somewhere for like a year, and the stock market is not for you, because the truth is the stock market your money will grow, and that is the truth. But if you want to put your money today, I told you the stock market rises and falls, right? So imagine now you put your money today, the stock market falls, it will not rise small, it will fall before you to rise very well. It will not do that in 2 months, it will not do that in 3 months. Sometimes it does that, but if you want to be safe, just when you create your investment plan, because I will show you how to create your investment plan if you want to be a short-term investor or a long-term investor. But even if you want to be a short-term investor, you should not even think of keeping your investment for a period that is shorter than 1 year. Because let me tell you something, that is why a lot of people are losing money in the stock market, because they don't have this long-term mentality. Anytime that they see their stock has gone down, they'll rush to sell. Imagine you put 200k in a stock, let's say the 200k goes to 170 and you sold it. Before you know it, in the next 6 months, that your 200k would have been, let's say, 2 million naira. Who lose? You are the one that lost, simply because you cannot be patient, simply because you want something that is a get rich quick scheme. The stock market is not a get rich quick scheme, but the stock market is a get rich surely scheme. Now the next one is, can investing help me as a student? 100%. Let me tell you something, I started investing as a student before I reached my 500 level. That is when I started investing, and it's one of the best decisions that I made in my life. Even as a student, let me tell you something, that nobody will tell you. As a student, even as a 9-to-5 worker, if let's say every month you receive 50,000 naira or 20,000 naira, if you take 2,000 naira from that money, do you know that you will still survive? As in, you are taking 2,000 naira of the money that you earned to put aside investment, you will still survive. But do you know what you are doing? You are building wealth for yourself. So 100% yes. Now the next one is, can investing help stay-at-home moms? Yes, anybody can do it. Student to stay-at-home moms. Why? Because you don't even need to go to the bank. Everything you need to invest in is in your phone. You can invest in your phone. You will withdraw your investment with your phone. You will place your withdrawal with your phone. Every single thing with this phone. Now the next one, can investing help business owners? 100% yes. 100% yes, it can help you as a business owner. The next one is, how do I know the right time to buy a stock? Now in the program, I will be showing you something they call dollar cost averaging. I won't explain it here because it's kind of complicated, but in the program you will understand that. See, let me tell you something. When you have done your research on a stock, when you have created your investment plan the way I will show you in this beginner investor guide, you don't even need any right time. All you need is follow your plan. Follow your plan, you make money. Follow your plan, your investments will grow. Follow your plan, you will build wealth. That is it. Because in the beginner investor guide, when I'm showing you how to do your research on a stock, I'll be showing you exactly what to avoid. Like sometimes you see some companies, they'll be looking so shiny on the outside, but inside, if you invest in them, you will cry. But I'll be showing you every single thing of that. Now, moving on. Can 5,000 naira actually grow into anything? Yes, it can. Because I know you'll be thinking that this 5,000 naira that I'm putting is not better I have 100,000 naira and put. So because of that, you will not put your 5k. Do you know when you cannot predict when you will start having 100,000 naira to put in the stock market? And we have talked about this before. That your 5,000 naira every month, 5,000 naira every month, 5,000 naira every month. You will not know when your 5k every month turn to 1M. You will not know when that 5k will turn to 2M. The key in investing is investing early and investing consistently. Investing no matter how little, every month put something. Every month put something. It's like building a tower or building a pyramid. Before you know it, everywhere is full. Before you know it, you have made so much money. It is so, the stock market is so cool, guys. You guys don't even know how excited I am. Now, moving on. How do rich people grow their money? Rich people grow their money. They invest in stocks. They invest in ETFs. They invest in other vehicles of investment, T-bills, C-papers, MMM funds. MMM fund stands for money market mutual funds, not Ponzi scheme like that. So that's how the rich grows their investments. They also invest in real estate. Do you know in the beginner investor guide, I will be showing you how to invest in real estate without even buying land. I will show you how to use your 1,000 naira, your 5,000 naira to invest in real estate and be making money like somebody that bought land. People are not even ready. People are not ready. Now, what if I don't understand numbers? There's nothing to really understand. All you need to do when you have your journal, every month that you put your money, you know that this is what I've put inside. So that at the ending of the month, let's say you put 100k, throughout the year you put 100k. When you see your portfolio is reading 300k. You know that you have already made 100k on top of your 200k in a year. It's very simple, straight to the point. Now, moving on. How do I track my profits? I've just explained it. When you want to invest, right, you should always have an investment notebook or a note app in your phone where every single money you put in your investment app, you write it down. Okay, this month I put 5k, this month I put 3k, so that at the end of the year you calculate everything you put. It's not 200k. So if you now go and check your investment app, and let's say you invested 200k in a year and you are seeing 300k, that's to show you that you have made 100k as profit. Now, moving on. How will I know if a stock will blow up? You will be taught how to do your research on the stock market. Now, moving on. Is this safe? If you're asking me if it's safe, I want you to take your phone and Google, how long has the stock market been existing? Now, one thing you need to understand about the stock market is that the stock market is made up of companies. I want you to not think of the stock market as a whole. I want you to think of it as, okay, individual companies. Let's look at Google. How long has Google existed? Think about it. 10 years, 20 years. Google has been existing. So now, with the way Google is, do you think Google is a company that can crash? With the way everybody is using Google, with the way things are, like, as in people are using Google, people are always browsing. Do you think Google is something that can crash? And do you know that Google is they own YouTube? Do you think YouTube can crash? If your answer is, I don't think YouTube can crash, YouTube that has been around since, then that's how you know that if you invest in the right things, your money is safe. If you know what you're investing in, your money is safe. It's as simple as that. Will I lose money? No. If you are patient and you are not looking for Ponzi scheme, how to get rich quick, you will not lose money. Will I get fast results? See, the truth is some investments will grow very fast. Some investments, even in 3 months, you have seen profits. Some investments, so before we hear that's what she said, or that's what. No, some investments grow fast. Some grow relatively slow. So it is just that is why you don't invest in just one thing. You like spread your investments. Now, can I invest monthly like contributions? Yes, every month you can put money. How do I start investing today? What is actually the first step? The first step is to pre-order the beginner investor guide. Because the first step when you want to start investing is to get knowledge. and the beginner investor guide will give you that knowledge you need to transform your finances. So the first step is actually to get the beginner investor guide or to get knowledge about the stock market. That is the first step. I will not tell you carry your money and go and put it. I will never tell you that. Why? Because you are responsible for your own portfolio. Now, I use personally, I will give you in the beginner investor guide, I will give you the app that I use personally, because I have used some apps that when it came time to withdraw my money, they refused to give me my money. I think I have like 20,000 naira that is in an app that I've sent them emails, I've messaged them on social media. They refused to give me my money. So the app I'm using is one that I have withdrawn several times from. Like several times. I've withdrawn several times. That's what I'm giving you. So you'll be getting all that in the beginner investor guide. Now moving on. How do I know the right stocks to start with as a complete beginner? I've been waiting for this question. Let me tell you something. Do you know in the beginner investor guide, I give you access to over 200 stocks that you can do your research on. 200 stocks you can do your research on. Like, I'm not talking about you going to go and search for stocks yourself. No, you will just have this PDF. You have access to not just foreign stocks, Nigerian stocks, Nigerian ETFs, real estate stocks, dividend paying stocks, stocks in oil companies, stocks in gold industries. You are not ready for this guide. Like, you guys you're not excited because the value you are going to be getting, it is so much. It is so much. It is so much. Now, moving on. I am scared of speaking up. What if I pick the wrong stock? What if I made a mistake? If you the only way you can pick the wrong stock is if you do not do your research and you don't have a plan. So that's the only way you will not pick the wrong stock, because you didn't really do your research before going in. Do you understand? Now, what are ETFs and why do people say that they are safer? Now, ETFs is basically a basket of stocks. When you invest in an ETF, you are not just investing in one stock, you are investing in multiple stocks at the same time. Now, let's use this as an example. I love using practical examples. That's why I love this beginner investor guide. In the beginner investor guide, there is so much practical examples, Now, let's assume, right, this is the stock market. This is MTN, this is Coca-Cola, this is Netflix, Google, and all of that. Now, when you go to the stock market, you can decide to just buy Google. You can decide to just buy Netflix. But if you are investing in an ETFs, it means that, let's say you decide to put 5,000 naira into an ETF. Instead of going to the stock market and buying only Google or buying only Netflix, when you invest in an ETFs, you are investing in all that companies at once. So it's like that your 5,000 naira, it's not just buying just Google or buying Netflix. It's buying both Google, Netflix, Amazon, everything at once. That is ETFs, like a basket of stocks. Now, next one is, what if I'm not good with the stock markets? Like, what if I'm not good with all these apps and stuff? You don't even need to be good, because I have like step-by-step guides on like how to withdraw, how to deposit money into the app, how to search for the stocks, how to buy the stocks, how to sell your stocks. Every single thing is inside the guide. So you don't need to stress yourself at all. Now, can I invest in US stocks even if I'm in Nigeria? Even if the stock is on the moon, you can invest in it with what I will teach you. Even if the stock is in Mars, you can invest in it with what I will teach you. So you don't need to worry about anything. Now, what is the difference between saving and investing? Now, saving, your money sits still, but investing, your money works and grows for you. But guess what? In this guide, I will be showing you, because the truth is you cannot just put all your money in investments, because what if you need like emergency funds? You cannot be selling your investments to like be funding your life, that kind of thing. If not, your investment will not grow. So in this guide, I'm showing you guys how to create a high yield savings account. You know, when you leave your money in the bank, your bank will just be giving you 5% interest, 2% interest. I will be showing you the high yield savings account that I use, that can invest in replace my 9 to 5. Well, it depends. Investing cannot really replace your 9 to 5, because investing is not meant to be an active source of income. The only way you can retire on your investment is if you have created a long-term plan. Let's say you have like a 10-year goal that you want to retire off your investments in the next 10 years. Then you know that you have to start increasing the money you put in your portfolio. But if you are smart and you create your plan very well, yes, you can retire and live off your investments. To be very honest, how much should I invest monthly? it depends on what you can afford. Like what I've explained before, 1,000 naira, 2,000 naira, 5,000 naira monthly goes a long way. What is the biggest mistakes that beginners make? Number one, they jump into investing without knowing about it. Number two, because they say that somebody said that they made money off a stock on TikTok or Instagram, they don't do their research on the stock first. They go and jump into it. Number three, they don't have an investment goal and they don't have an investment plan. You don't understand, and that's one of the things that the beginner investor guide will teach you and show you, because most of the times what you invest in should actually be following your plan and your goal. Sometimes you can even see a good stock but you will not invest in it because it does not follow your plan. Now, another question, can I invest for my unborn kids? Yes, you can invest for yourself, you can invest for your unborn kids, your children, your family. Can investing make me the first millionaire in my family? 100% yes, it can. What if I'm lazy or busy? You don't even need to stress. I will even show you how you can automate your investments, meaning you don't even need to go and check. You will just automate it with the app. Automatically, the money will be investing by itself. Chef's kiss. I'll be showing you a sneak peek inside the beginner investor guide.
Yeah, so basically this is how the guide looks like. As you can see, we already have the guide's already 95% ready. It's just some few finishing touches. As you can see, we have our introduction, like the basic of the stock market. Like even if you've never heard about the stock market before, we have how to do your stock market research, how to make the best picks. We have all different types of investment vehicles. I'm talking about the kind of value I've put inside this guide. I will even be teaching you how you can invest with the Nigerian government. Do you know what it means to invest with the government? I'll also be showing you every app you need. I'm not talking about apps that I just found, or apps that I use that I've withdrawn my money from. It's one thing to put your money, it's one thing to withdraw your money. Then we go to the resource and bonus section. As you can see, the stock market recommendation list is already there. There's another additional bonuses that I need to add before the stock market course will be fully ready. This guide is power packed. This guide is power packed. You do not want to miss it. It is 95% ready, and I can't wait to see you on pre-order day.
Now, before I tell you the price of this guide, because in the course of this Q&A, I've spoken about the guide a lot. I've shown you exactly what you're going to be getting with the guide. But let me tell you again, for those that know you, you'll be learning about the basics of the stock market. You'll be learning how to do your research on a stock before you buy it so that you will not lose money. You'll be learning how to create an investment plan that is tailored to yourself and your goals and your needs. You will be learning how to invest in other things that are not stocks. Like you will be learning how to even invest with the government of Nigeria, of whatever place that you are living in. You'll be learning how to invest with the government. You'll be learning how to invest in things like in things like oil, like crude oil, like gold, like real estate. You'll be learning all of that. And apart from every single thing you are getting with the guide, you will also be getting access to my stock markets recommendation list of over 200 stocks. These 200 stocks has been handpicked by me, meaning you don't need to go outside and start searching for stocks to invest in. No, these 200 stocks, in fact, you cannot even invest in all of them in your lifetime. You can't invest in all of them. So all you need to do is just to go look at the stock, do your research, know if it fits you, and you invest in it. That is how simple. That's how simple the guide is going to be. The guide, see, by the time you are done, I'm telling you that you will go from zero to making your first 1 million naira with the stock market. Last but not least, you will be getting access to my insider stock markets group. What is this insider stock markets group going to do for you? Let's assume now we are at the end of 2025. Stocks that will rise in 2026, like stocks I will be investing in, you will be getting access. Like I will be dropping, oh, you guys should invest in these stocks. Stocks that, you know, when you buy a stock for 5 naira, and before you know that stock is 100 naira, if you buy it for 5 naira, do you know how much you will make? That is the kind of expo that I will be giving you, that you will be getting with this guide in my insider stock community. So now you might be asking, okay, how much is this guide? Now we are going to be launching the guide on the 4th of December. Now the guide is going to be going for 15,000 naira. That is the price for the guide. That's going to be the launch price for this guide. Now, before the launch price for this guide, on the 28th of November, because you are going to be watching this video before the 28th of November, on the 28th of November till like the 2nd of December, I will be opening a pre-order for this guide. Now, instead of getting the guide and everything the guide comes with for 15,000 naira, you will be getting the guide for 8,000 naira instead. So that means you'll be saving a whole lot of money. And guess what? For every single person that takes advantage of this pre-order, not only will you be getting the guide, you will be getting the stock market recommendation list, you will be getting access to the insider stock community, and you will be getting to a one-on-one session with me. It's going to be a 10-minute session, just me and you. This session, do you know what we're going to be doing? We are going to be creating an investment plan for you. We are going to be creating the types of things that you invest in. Like, I'm basically going to be telling you that, okay, let us create this plan. Go and do your research. Let's create this plan like this. That is exactly what you'll be getting if you take advantage of my 8,000 naira pre-order price. Now, if you want to get the beginner's investor guide on pre-order, the link to the pre-order will be either in the description on the 28th, or it will be in the waitlist on the 28th. So if you have not joined the waitlist, I will be putting the links to the waitlist in the description box, and I will also be putting my Telegram number so that you can message me if you cannot access the waitlist in the description box. It has been a fun time with you, and I can't wait to see you on the day of the pre-order, and I can't wait to see you on the day of the launch. Heliana loves you. Bye. Mwah.